We're talking about how much you put on social media. One of those things, meant to be the most natural thing in the world, but images of women giving birth are banned from Instagram. I didn't even know they were on Instagram. Actually,
I don't really see them. You're not allowed to. They take down, don't they, any kind of genitalia or any kind of too much revelation. Am I allowed to say that word?
I don't know. An online movement called Stop Censoring Birth is challenging the ban, saying the photographs are needed to make childbirth less of a taboo.
But Instagram rules say they don't allow nudity. That's the word I was looking for.
Yeah, but wait, look what else you've got to read.
Including photos of genitals.
Brilliant.
Oh, apparently I am allowed to say it. Don't complain, Mum. So are birthing images considered offensive? That's the question we're really talking about. Well, Michelle Morris has been finding out what you think.
While some would like to think this is how we're delivered into the world, the reality is, well, it's not that. And this is the picture which has kicked off the debate about whether birthing images should be allowed on social media. But how will the general public feel about the original colour version?
Wow, OK. So that's a delivery of a birth, OK.
Yeah, definitely that.
This is just birth, which we've all been through. I mean, I don't know about you, but I went through it.
I was definitely born.
Did you go? Right, I was born too.
I don't want to see it. I don't want to watch TV programmes about it.
How would you feel if a friend posted an image like that on social media?
I'd be a bit like, why are you posting that? It's a bit private to share.
I think it's beautiful. It's a new life being born.
Just wanted to ask you what your opinion on this image is.
Well, that's shocking, but I don't think I want to continue the conversation.
Clearly not for some, then.
Well, that makes the point, doesn't it?
He was not happy, was he?
We're joined now by broadcaster Beverly Turner, who runs antenatal courses and posted her birthing photographs online. Alongside her, journalist Liz Fraser, who says that's oversharing. Should be a private experience. Beverly, what was the response?
Well, I didn't post my pictures on social media. They ran alongside an article that I wrote that was particularly about home birth. When I had my son, that's actually my middle daughter, who's 8 now, I didn't have an Instagram account, I wasn't on Twitter. Would I have put them on there? Probably not, just for the purposes of showing my pictures, but I think there is...
It's a very beautiful, tasteful shot.
It's an amazing picture, and it's honestly the happiest day of my life. I would give birth again tomorrow if I didn't have to raise the damn kids. We should actually...
They're lovely kids.
I've got 3, I've got enough, but my point is that, you know, we should be able to celebrate women on what should be, and it's for many women, the most incredible day, regardless of how the baby comes out.
It's the key thing for lots of women is we're often sold, as social media does, a perfect image of everything. Yeah. And the idea behind this is giving birth is painful and messy, sometimes dangerous, sometimes not very nice. And actually, let's be a little bit more honest about that.
Well, I mean, yeah, so you're talking to someone I have 4 children, and my littlest one is 3 months old. So 3 months ago, thank you. 3 months ago, I gave birth. I have no photographs of that. I have no photographs of the moment of her coming out of my body. This is not because I am squeamish. It's not because I think it's disgusting. It's not because I'm doing women down or the sisterhood down or anything. And this whole discussion, actually, is about censoring images of women giving birth on these social media platforms. They have a very clear policy, they being Instagram, by the way, because that's what this sort of was started about. They have a clear policy of no nudity, no genitals and no nudity. So actually, to make this about misogyny, about doing women down, it's not about that, actually.
About that, Liz, but one thing is that, you know, in days of yore, people were surrounded by childbirth.
Of course
people gave birth at home, they saw it. And I can remember being quite frightened when I was pregnant. Because mums will often say to you, oh, you forget about all that, and concentrate on the other thing. So
if I had ever
seeing the reality and
don't
sharing it,
honestly,
is that just a modern-day version of what mums...
I've never seen a woman giving birth, and I don't
people used to, though.
We are in a global pandemic of fear surrounding birth, because the only images of birth that we see are on dramas, they are on movies. It's women giving birth in the back of taxis as they get into hospital reception areas. Birth does not have to be like that, and fear is affecting birth. Labours now on average take 2 hours longer than they did 50 years ago, and that's because women are terrified. And lots of these images on social media are not necessarily to show the blood and gore and how horrible it is. They are the complete opposite. They're to show that it can be empowering and beautiful, and it is the most normal thing in the world. All of us were born to state the flipping obvious. And to say that and to say that Instagram has a rule about no nudity is hilarious. I've seen child abuse on Instagram that I had to report. Absolutely, that I reported to Instagram. I could find you now images of nudity on Instagram. So
sure, but they will have a policy about that. And they will take that down.
They have limited resources to look for this
stuff.
Does
it not demystify it in a powerful way for some people?
This word empowering I find very complicated. I would far rather fight for the right to privacy and fight for the right to have my photographs not on in social media than for my 3 daughters and my son growing up now to grow up in a world where we fight for the right to show our genitals because it's my right as a woman.
And to some extent I agree with that. But Liz, you have a fantastic column in the Telegraph which is all about your family life. So you are putting your family out there, and I think
it's slightly different from putting your bits out there, though, isn't it?
Is it?
Very different.
Yeah, I would say, but it is slightly different. Of course it is, but it's not about privacy. Therefore, it's about squeamishness and about how comfortable we are with our female bodies. And actually, we're very happy showing women in bikinis and looking perfect. Let's show them in all of their raw beauty.
Or let's not. Do you know what? Funny you mentioned my column. It's out today in the Telegraph, and it's all about me when I was pregnant, thinking about this baby inside me and what do I want for her. I didn't know it was a her at the time. What world do I want her to grow up in? I can't see that showing my genitals while giving birth in any way.
And on that thought, we must leave it.
It's not about genitals.
6:53. Thanks very much indeed. You were slightly nervous of using that word.
I was.
I think we've had it quite a lot.
We've used it.